And where the heck have you been? Do you know how long I've been here sitting, waiting for you to show up just so that we can watch this episode? Do I ever watch this without you? No. So do you know how disappointed I am that you did not show up? I am so upset with you right now. I can't even look at you. Goodbye. No, that's okay. I forgive. Let's let bygones be bygones, guys. Let's just move on. Let's not talk about it. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been maybe at least a week or two since the last episode came out, but my apologies. I did want to get this done a little bit sooner, but I did just have, as the usual story goes for me recently, it just a lot of stuff going on, places to be, things to do, stuff to celebrate, blah, blah. So just, we're here now with the final episode 9 of Arcane, here up and ready to go. I am so looking forward to this. I just want to finish it off. Not that I want it to be over, just because like I'm excited to see what they do with it, man. I just don't really know. It's obviously going to be a cliffhanger of some sort, because there's a season 2 coming out, and I mean, there's so many stories that need tied up all within one episode. If they wanted to, in one season, if they wanted to finish it all up, it would be one heck of an episode, a pretty messy one, I think. So I feel like definitely some stuff is going to be, brought into next season, which I believe is it just like October that it's coming out, or maybe November. Okay, so not too bad, right? Not too bad. I did this on purpose. I took so long for a reason, just so we get a little bit closer to season 2, so we're not waiting as long. So yeah, I don't have much else to say. Obviously, like Caitlin got kidnapped by Mrs. Jinx, so that's not great. That's not doing too hot. And the whole Vi and Jace thing, they're kind of a duo teamed up, fighting people, killing kids. Not what I expected when I started watching this story, but yeah, that's where we're at right now. So I think we're just going to hop right into it and just see what happens. You guys don't need me narrating the entire thing again, so let's go. Oh, very nice. Thank you. Definitely the visual I wanted to start with, yeah. Dead children. Nothing better. That might get me put on a list here on YouTube. I should maybe might need to edit that out. Who knows?
I don't even know where to take it. Do we just leave him here?
You've always been a part of this. You just never had to look it in the eye. One dead kid? There's hundreds more where he came from, thanks to Silco and thanks to people like you who stuck their heads in the dirt.
God damn.
I can't let you leave with them.
Then I guess you're gonna need to kill another trencher.
Yeah, the enforcers are just like, please, like, we don't want to be a part of this. We don't need to get between this. Yeah, that's what I expected. He doesn't want to kill anybody else.
You won't make it alone.
Okay. Jace does actually, like, he pleasantly surprises me most of the time. Because, this sort of situation, when you're watching it, you kind of assume, that kid dies, but Jace or whoever's, in that placeholder, they're usually kind of like, oh, yeah, but it was a sacrifice that needs to be made. Like, usually it affects them, but they're like, no, like, it was necessary. I was just doing my job. It needed to be done. But Jace is actually taking it as, like, no, like, I actually, like, I got my hands dirty now, and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right, so I'm not going to continue doing it. Even though Vi is here, like, she's making good points. She has facts. I have to admit, saying, like, yeah, this is just one dead kid. Silco's caused, like, hundreds, thousands of others throughout his whole tenure down here, so, like, what's the big deal? But it's different when you're, like, the one doing it, like, you have that on your conscience. I can't blame Jace for being like, okay, no, that this one time was enough for me. Especially, you accidentally killed a kid. Yeah, that's gonna mess you up a little bit. Respect to Jace for knowing when to call it quits, at least for now. I could be speaking way too early, but we'll see. Yeah, and I feel like part of Vi is kind of like, yeah, I'm being a bit dark too. Like, I'm okay with a kid dying. Just part of the system now. Like, I see it as a perfectly normal thing. And I feel like Vi, she does have that mentality as well of, like, because she just looked at the kid and she obviously feels sad or at least disappointed about what just happened. She doesn't like seeing kids die. Like, it's not like she's rooting for it to happen anymore, but she sees it as kind of probably a necessary evil to, like, it's a lesser, I don't know if that's the right way of putting it in her mind, but how I was going to say was it's a lesser evil when compared to Silco. Like, taking him down is the priority. Whatever, any sort of friendly fire, collateral damage is the term, that happens between then and now, it's fine. Like, it's just necessary. While Jay sees it as, no, it's not. There's got to be like a better way of doing this. So yeah, I mean, both mindsets that you can't really fault. Like, both very realistic.
Help her with the body.
See, that kind of, even though it was a kind of, I thought it was a throwaway line from Jace saying, like, what do we do now? Like, do we just leave his body here? It is sort of dark that that's actually what they ended up doing. I figured they would at least take the body, like, not just leave all of them just sitting there to rot? Like, what did they do? They took the drug, they took the shimmer, the mutations, like the ones that they were actively fighting. Sure, I mean, you wouldn't really want to bring those anywhere not knowing exactly what happens to those bodies. They could blow up for all you know, but the kid, that's a little fucked up to just leave him laying around. Oh, yeah. Oh, crap, I kind of forgot about this whole situation. Oh, poor Victor, even though, kind of somewhat caused it.
Everyone's got to do their part, right?
Yeah, is this going to give him a change of heart, maybe? Or, I don't know, might have solidified it. He might be like, yeah, I do have to, like, try my best to make a change, just like she was telling me to do, and he's going to continue with it? Oh no, he wants to destroy that bitch. It's like, yep, this isn't helping anybody. Not even me, really. Oh, it's like reacting? But he can't do it. Yeah, put too much into it, right? Oh, damn. He was like, yeah, never try that again, boy. You belong to me. Was it angry? Has it evolved to a point where it's actually like it's got feelings? It can control him?
The man who killed your brother doesn't believe the score is settled, and his resources exceed ours. If there is a chance Hextech can be weaponized, we must have it.
Piltover isn't your testing ground.
Yeah.
The accelerator would set the world ablaze to protect our family.
I stopped being part of this family the moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not really protecting her, kind of screwing her over more. I'm almost getting a feeling that Mel might maybe betray her mom. Just, it's given that vibe of, like, she's really not happy with the way her mom runs things. And obviously her mom is much more of kind of, I don't know if I would say selfish, but I feel like it is, in a certain manner, selfish behavior of being like, oh yeah, I would literally watch the world burn just for our family. Even though, really, like, Mel, she's her family and she was safe. Like, here in Piltover, at least, there's no war. There's no big, obviously there's like a civil war going on that's a pretty big thing, but with outside forces, no. All of a sudden bringing that to the city is a much worse thing. And I know that's not exactly what she's saying, but she is saying, you guys create weapons that we can use against him, then we are going to stand a chance. That's literally involving all of Piltover, because that enemy army is going to be like, oh, so they're allied, let's go after them as well. Like, even though they have the main weaponry, like, we're not going to go down without a fight. We will attack them. We'll attack them from the source now. So now Mel is in danger and her whole city is in danger. But obviously her mom just does not care about the city. It seems to barely care about Mel. Or even if she does, I feel like maybe in her own way she cares about her, but not in a very healthy way. She's also looking after her own territory, while saying it's for her family. I just don't like her. I can see where she's coming from. I can 100%, I get it. And she is her own character. She believes in her own things. I'm not going to strictly judge her for it. But I guess kind of I am, in a way, because you're involving people that don't need to be involved. You started a fight with somebody. That person got revenge killing your son, Mel's brother. Or maybe not. Maybe something else happened and he did it without, any sort of cause. But knowing Mel's mom, she probably did something to start it. I can't remember the history if they explained it to us too much, but obviously she's picked a few fights in the past that, that sort of thing could definitely occur. Revenge. It's her own fault, like probably from her own doing. And yet she's bringing Mel and the city she cares about into the mix, causing them more danger while they're already dealing with a whole civil war, inner turmoil thing going on that's really pretty terrible in itself, taking all the resources anyway. Really just not thinking this through very well.
I'm sorry. I don't know where you'd have preferred.
That's dark. Didn't even know her well enough to know like places she liked where he could have let the ashes go. He just sounds like disappointed in himself. Like he let this happen. Probably didn't even realize the feelings she had for him. Oh. Okay.
Am I interrupting?
Mirroring, bro. From the very, very first episode, right? Or second episode, I guess, would have been when Jace was about to jump. It's a little worrying how nonchalant they are about killing themselves. Like they have both walked in on each other, ready to jump to their death, and every time they're just like, "Hey, am I interrupting?" I feel like if I walked into like one of my buddies about to jump off, I'd be a little more like, a little more energetic about it. I'm like, "Hey, man, chill."
The hex core. I can't do it. You have to.
Yeah, I mean, Chase probably doesn't even know what it's turned into right now, right? Probably hasn't even seen it. I'm kind of busy.
We lost ourselves, lost our dream. In the pursuit of great, we failed to do good.
Ooh,
We have
damn.
to make it right.
To make it right, sure. Yeah. Props to both these boys, man. At least for now. Jace, he's still kind of giving me vibes of it could, go either way. He could change his mind still because he cares about Victor. He might not want to actually destroy the hex core, the one thing that could help him. But he has gone through some stuff recently that might have changed his mind about that whole thing, especially, using the hex tech for what he would consider to be bad and what most would consider to be bad, killing a child. So I could see it that they both have kind of changed their ways. They both went through a sort of low point of they thought they were doing their best. They thought they were doing what was right, but they've seen the error in their ways. I feel like Victor, at least he's there. Like I wish he would have been able to destroy the hex core on his own, like that he was able to get that resolved, but obviously he's put a lot into it. It's more personal to him, Victor, that he wants this done. He just wants this done and over with. He's seen the damage that it can do. They both have, but Jace, he still could maybe say, no, we need this. Like Mel could still talk it into him. Mel's mom could still have some influence on him. It's hard to say. He's been going back and forth for me, man. He was in a good spot, and then he teamed up with Vi to do the vigilante stuff, which in its own way was okay, but after what resulted, I don't know. I'm flip flopping on my opinion of him constantly. Oh, she clearing the chair for him and everything? She's not even the one taking control? I really thought. Really?
Ancestors back to back against whatever the world throws
Oh.
us. Now
Okay.
forced to share the
I feel like
parasites.
she's gonna kill him, right? Talking all that loyalty.
Legacy. But I still believe in loyalty.
Yeah. She's gonna, yeah. Rip you, dude. Both of y'all. Oh, yeah, he Oh, do you believe in loyalty? You look pretty goddamn scared.
Would have had your son killed for this. Though I suppose we're ahead on that account. Get out.
Damn. Surprised he let her leave, honestly. Probably like, I'll get her later.
But he won't be the last.
Yeah, so she was never even like teasing the idea, right? I guess if there's one nice thing you could say about her is she's loyal, maybe to the wrong people. But that other guy wasn't really, the idea of, or the ideal of, good nature, good character either. So,
Perfect place for an
What is going on?
And you
They called.
your hammer.
He called for a meeting? But he wants a truce?
Reminded of
Damn,
progress.
Vi is going to kill Jace if she hears about this.
Today I got a glimpse of what war between us might look like. Your people wouldn't stand a chance.
Ooh.
Council couldn't care less. I'm trying to save you from annihilation.
Yeah. It's like, you know who's after you? That red-haired girl? She's pissed, dude.
Return the gemstone. And I need Jinx.
Oh.
She has to pay for what she's done.
Ooh, yeah, I think that's where he draws the line.
Crimes.
Sort of a theme this episode is all about what is the lesser evil. Like, Jace sees it as making this deal with Silco. It's necessary in order to defend against an outside threat of probably, because Mel's mom was the one kind of influencing him about that there's greater threats out there that you need the Hextech weaponry for, and you can't be using that own weaponry on your own people, right? The Undercity. Obviously, it feels like a betrayal. It feels wrong after seeing all the stuff that Silco has done. But is it shitty for me to say I kind of understand it? Like, Silco is basically the only person who, like, the only sort of figurehead of the underworld that you could possibly make any sort of negotiation deals with. Obviously, not everyone from the Undercity is going to be in on that deal. It's not like he owns everybody, that everybody does what he wants. But a good majority of people will follow what Silco wants, what he says. So Jace, he's just trying to play a good leader and cause the least amount of fighting, the least amount of warfare that there needs to be, I can't fault him for that. Even though I want to say, oh, you piece of shit, betrayal, motherfucker, I just can't. I get it. I do. It just sucks because the whole Jinx thing, though she kind of deserves it at this point, she did try to blow up Echo, so she's lost most of my sympathy anyway. I just feel bad for Vi, but also she's on a bit of a war path that is kind of also causing damage that probably won't need to. Hard to say. This whole episode is difficult to decipher what I'm feeling. Here we go. My boys. Come on. The ones I was looking forward to.
How were you able to accomplish so much so quickly?
Wow.
Be surprised what you can pull off when your life depends on it.
Yeah. Ooh, ouch.
Why this form?
Enough to give people what they need to survive. You have to give them what they need to live.
Oh, yeah. Give them hope, right? Damn. The fact that a 300-year-old dude like the professor is learning something from Echo, is Echo even 20? Is he even 20 years old? But he has done this work, creating this rebellion, giving them not even just survival, but hope and love, basically, between each other. And they care for each other so strongly. I mean, when you compare to someone like Silco, he's offering survival to people, but man, they hate their lives. They just, death. For some of them, death would be a blessing. Some of the people that Silco has worked for, or that has worked for Silco. Echo, who is so much younger than them, is able to do that sort of thing. And the professor is just absolutely gobsmacked by it. Something just so satisfying about that.
Is there anything so undoing as a daughter?
Oh, does he know she's even there? I don't think he did. Did he mention something about having to give her up? Probably, right? She looked pissed. Could be the Shimmer, though. Probably in a perpetual state of pissed off with that shit in her system now. Oh, was that Jinx? Oh, God, is she about to massacre everybody? It just feels like that's what she's about to do. Or no, that's Vi. She's got the power fists. Damn. The absolute power that those things have. It's like a fucking shockwave every time she activates them. Oh, man. Again, no talking. Just right into the fighting. Always with these two. Can we not just be civil? Can we not discuss, please? Oh. I mean, honestly, that should have been death. I feel like she should have got her rib cage blown out the back there. Yeah, what kind of weapon is that? Where'd that come from? Ouch. Ooh. Damn. Yep. Even with those Hextech fists. Yep. She came in too hot-headed, man. Came in just to fight. Like, what was the plan here other than just beating ass? I don't think there was any.
Your guard needs work.
Yep. Now she's seeing ghosts. God.
It's easier.
Yep. Only needed one anyway. The other one was just holding me down. Oh, damn. That's just got a shield built in? God damn, this shit beautiful. Oh. Oh, pulled it right off. Oh, man. That's brutal, even though it's mechanical. Pulled her arm straight off. Oh, finally. Actually, no, she won last time, didn't she? She's always beat Sevika's ass. But really, like, what does it do, man? Like, what did that accomplish other than just revenge? Oh, damn. Damn. I was wondering, like, it was so dark. I figured she was lurking in the shadows somewhere, but it is so creepy how silent she can be. But no, what I was saying was, like, what exactly did beating Sevika accomplish in this whole thing? It was mostly just, as I said, her hot-headedness. Like, what did it do in the greater good? She has a list of people that pissed her off that work for Silco, and she's just going after them. It's not actually accomplishing anything. Like, Jinx just knocked her the fuck out, so Sevika's probably fine. She's probably going to recover again. Going to have to fight again in season 2. Like, Vi doesn't even have Jace on her side anymore, so it's not like Sevika's going to go get locked up in prison. It's not like there's any enforcers here to take her in. It's just seemed kind of pointless. Fair enough. Props. Yeah. The one guy was, yeah, fair.
Jace has brokered a peace with Silco in exchange for the Undercity's independence.
What nonsense! We have procedures.
Yeah, everyone's pissed. Yeah, because he did it, like, without referring to the council, which is obviously a big no. They should have been involved. Oh, they're all, like, so angry. Mel just, I don't know. Oh, is she disappointed, or is she kind of, she might be relieved. She looked at the ring, right? And that's her family, like, symbol, I guess. So maybe she's thinking, okay, this might be good. Like, maybe mom, I don't know. I'm trying to be clever here. I don't know what it means, but either way, she might have been a bit relieved by it, like one less battle to be fighting. But even though that was a shit show, I'm very happy that he actually brought Victor to one of those meetings and referred to him as a partner. Finally, that's progress.
But he didn't make Jinx. You did.
You did. Yep. Not the best. You know, this ain't looking too good.
I never meant to leave you. You never left. I always heard you. Shadows in the streets. Prickles on the back of my neck.
Damn. Her voice sounds like so vulnerable.
Voice. Are we still sisters?
Nothing is ever going to change that.
I still don't feel good about it. Oh, I forgot she has Caitlyn. Oh, she's gonna make her choose, right? Oh god, Milo. That's not actually, like, Milo's dead body. It looks kind of like her body.
He took everything.
Oh, Silco, okay.
We're missing someone.
Yep, no, Caitlyn. You know what? I really, I don't want to pause in the middle of this scene, but I feel like this scene might go on for a little while, so I'm just gonna say something quick. Props to Jinx. You know, she stormed through all of the manipulation that Silco ever put her through. Hey, maybe it's the shimmer. Maybe it actually cleared her mind a bit. Still seems pretty crazy, but at least, you know, Silco's not the one controlling it. She saw that he was about to betray her. I figured she'd just be like, okay, I'm out of here. You're never going to see me again. No, she fucking kidnapped this dude. Probably about to kill his ass. Yeah. Oh, now she's like, oh yeah, you crazy. Like, I thought I could save you. I don't know anymore. What is that? What's inside that thing? Please don't be like Caitlyn's head or
Your
something.
girlfriend to visit this morning. I made her a snack.
Oh, like made her into a snake? Oh, this is like a what's in the box situation. Oh.
Sheesh, I'm not that crazy.
She's like, I knew you would think that. What kind of monster you think I am? Okay, well, that's a step up.
Her out of this.
Still could go horribly wrong, but I was very worried. I think we all were.
That's your choice.
Or Jinx. Is there a chair that says Jinx down there? This one's powder. Oh.
Make her go away. Please.
Ooh.
Send her on her
Oh.
own.
Yeah, so obviously making her choose.
You can have powder back.
I don't think that's how it works. I don't really think that's just a choice you can make to just be Jinx or Powder at this point. Like, look at you. What, you think we want this? You ain't Powder anymore.
You'll be with her a day before she realizes you aren't that girl anymore and turns her back on you.
I mean,
You are
honestly,
lying.
Uh,
You wouldn't lie to me.
you know, I can't say that wouldn't definitely not happen.
Your side, I promise.
Damn.
It's only us.
I don't know. Like, he could be telling the truth.
I'll never forsake you.
So you better shoot her. Oh, god damn it, Caitlin. Oh, damn. How'd she pick up the mini? Where was that? Ooh.
Drop the gun.
Yeah, Caitlin's giving her warning. Didn't go for the kill. Props. I don't think I would have been that calm about it.
Wait! She's my sister.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't kill her. Okay, yeah, totally. It definitely doesn't have another weapon anywhere, right? Come on, Caitlin. Come on, you're the one person that I feel is actually like a... yeah, but look at that face. Oh. Oh, okay, should have known. She's a whole different beast now.
Damn it, Powder! Wake up!
Yeah, got them both. You know what? Be your own girl. Forget them both. How about it? Better than following Silco in my books. Well, maybe not. I'm speaking too soon, right? Yeah. Ooh, she's seeing everyone's judging her, attacking her. Oh, is he gonna shoot Vi? What just happened? Who shot who? Oh, did Silco try to shoot her? And she shot him? Yeah. I don't know. He was about to shoot her, right? No? Oh no, he was about to shoot. Oh, now that's fucked up.
No, I'm sorry.
So he was about to shoot Vi, or he did shoot at Vi, and she defended.
I never would have given you to them. Not for anything.
Well, this is fucked up. Oh man. No. No. Why do I feel bad for this guy? Damn, this writing is fucked up. It's good, but it's the most fucked up thing I have ever seen. Straight up, just killed the one guy who... Oh, and now she looks dead inside. She's like, I'm just gonna kill you guys. I don't even care. I don't have a sister anymore. Yep. Powder's dead. Like, sort of mirroring what happened with Vander and Vi, right? And now that whole... Oh. Well, everything's just gone to shit, huh? Yeah, she better... Oh, damn, she's made the minigun with the fucking hex gem? Oh, no. No, she's better... Oh, is Mel better... Oh, no! No, terrorist attack me? Oh, no. This is terrible. Oh, she dead? Who's dead? Probably all of them, right? Yep, supports the peace. It's better get blown her ass up. Oh, boy. This sucks, dude. Everything about this sucks. I don't like this, man. I was hoping for at least something a bit more. A bit more positive of an ending, something to cheer me up. Damn, yeah, Rocket's taking its time though. Damn, it's still so. She fired it and left, and Vi and Caitlin were able to like get up. Vi was able to be freed, walk up the ramp, and the rocket's still in the air. God damn. I mean, I guess that's just what comes with an era of peace, right? Not a single anti-aircraft weapon by the headquarters at all. Ooh, they're smiling. They're happy with themselves. Nice. Meeting adjourned. Everyone get the hell out.
What could have been?
Yeah. Well, that's great. I'm glad. That was it? I was at least hoping to see the aftermath. You've got to be kidding me. That was it? That was the cliffhanger? So what, the council just dead? Yeah, that's it. Oh, you pissed me off. Oh, you son of a bitch. Arcane. I'm mad. I was expecting a cliffhanger, but not that level of a cliffhanger, dude. That's like the cliffhanger of cliffhangers. Like Jace, Mel, Victor, they're in that room. Are you telling me they're all just dead? We don't even know? God, I'm so glad. I feel bad for all of you that watched this like long ago, like 2021, whenever it came out. Ooh, that sucks, bro. I just gotta wait a month. You guys got what? You guys have to wait 3 years. Oh, I am so sorry. That is insane, dude. That, as I said, I was expecting something. I wasn't expecting everything to be resolved, but like they took this episode to make more issues. Like some stuff was resolved, like the whole Silco thing. Don't got any problems with him anymore. He's not a threat. Though obviously some shitty's gonna come from that. I feel like probably Sevica is gonna take his position as like the leader maybe of the underworld. I feel like maybe, those peace talks probably aren't really, going to go through anymore. So probably a whole civil war breaking out at, Sevica leading the charge maybe. I would say Jace leading the charge on the other side. God knows. I mean, it could be that. Obviously, Mel was the one who was like right in the impact zone. Like the rocket was pretty big, so I imagine that, it wouldn't be too far to say that everyone's dead that was in that room. It would be nice though if Victor and Jace could have survived. Though that's, it's kind of hoping for a lot considering they were also right there. But Mel was the one, she had her back directly to the rocket. I feel like she could die. That might send Jace on a warpath. Probably send Mel's mom on another warpath. Maybe together, maybe doing their own thing. Either way, the peace stuff is just out the window, I'm sure. I'm sure we are just going straight into war after that. God, Jinx is such a piece of shit, dude. That was tough. That was definitely tough for her. I have a little tiny fraction, like 1/1000th fraction of sympathy for her. Silco was trying to basically just protect her, man. He said that he was never going to betray her, never going to give her to them. Whether that was true, I mean, he did say it as like his dying wish, so I'm going to say it was probably true. Though, someone like Silco, like he could have just been trying to, weave more chaos. I don't know. I feel like he was telling the truth. He wouldn't have given her up because he did definitely care about her as a daughter. I mean, look what he did. He put her through that shimmer torture just to keep her alive. I feel like he wouldn't have just thrown her right into a prison. Basically, Jinx just kidnapped him without actually hearing him out at all. And even though she did that, he didn't see it as a betrayal, still wanted to protect her, was about to shoot Vi just to stop Jinx from going through all that. She was being torn apart basically by both Silco and Violet trying to get her on their side. He wanted to completely take out the one side just so that she didn't have to deal with that. And basically just off instincts, Jinx defended Vi. So, I mean, she killed the one dude that pretty much cared for her no matter what she did. That's brutal. That's tough. I feel a little bit bad for her, though, she did put herself in that situation. as I said, she could have maybe just asked Silco, but obviously her trust in people has been broken down. A lot of shit. She's been through a lot of stuff, a lot of betrayals. So many like domino effects led to her being the way that she was, especially the shimmer testing that basically put that in her system. And she was already crazy, but that probably made her more crazy. That made her crazy and super fast, which is not a good combination whatsoever. So that was just, everything just turned into a mess ever since that shimmer stuff. Like there was no hope of her becoming anything like Powder again. I think even before that, asking her to try to be like Powder again would have been too much. I feel like she was just too far gone anyway. Because we saw she was fully ready to blow up Echo, someone who she was childhood friends with. So if she was that far enough gone to still do that, I don't think there was much chance of her coming back to Powder, especially now. Like she was telling Vi, like, oh, I can be Powder again if you just kill Caitlyn. Like if you just do that, then I'll be your sister again. Not quite how it works. I feel like she would just, like even in an alternate universe where Vi is much more evil, did accept to kill Vi, or to kill Caitlyn, sorry, she would have seen how absolutely batshit crazy Powder is, or Jinx is, and just immediately been like, no, like this is not okay. Like you are committing crimes everywhere we go, and laughing about it. Like you are basically the Joker up in here, up in this city. So we cannot be doing this. So I feel like Jinx would have been disappointed in Vi eventually anyway. This just was the much quicker route of doing it. Unfortunate that probably the council was the casualties of this situation. Silco was. There was a little bit of, I wouldn't even say good going on. Like the peace talks, making peace with Silco, I wouldn't say good. It was probably the best option at this particular moment in time. But even that's just gone now. That's out the window. Jinx is still free, probably on even more of a rampage. I doubt she was just happy with doing that to the council. She probably wants to destroy the entire... She's probably going to follow in Silco's footsteps, probably try to make the Undercity its own thing. Or maybe she just doesn't care. Maybe she just is basically just wants to, do what she wants to do because she's Jinx. She's not weighed down by anybody now. So she could just be an absolute psychopath doing whatever she wants. But I imagine she'll try to kind of follow in Silco's footsteps, maybe basically just attack the council, the Overcity, all those. Not gonna be good. Basically everything she's done is gonna be much, much worse. She's gonna double down on that type of shit. So same as like episode 7, right? The only somewhat positive light was Echo and the Professor. And we only got them for maybe 2 minutes tops. They showed up, showed that there was still hope in people. People had something to live for. And then that was it. Everything else was just complete darkness, terror, horrifying. Nothing went well. I'm looking forward to seeing more of those two, though. The Professor and Echo. I'm guessing the Professor might start helping out with the rebellion, especially now that someone like Jinx is kind of in charge, and after he hears what happened to the council. Not much. I mean, it's not like he's gonna really, there won't be a council to lead anymore. So he's probably gonna try to make a change with Echo and the Firelights, all those guys. So I mean, that's good. That's good. I'm looking forward to seeing whatever they do with those characters. Everyone else, like Vi and Caitlyn, obviously, I don't even know if Vi's gonna want to save Powder anymore. Save Jinx. She might still, see her as a sister, but she did just watch her blow up a lot of people. So that might have been too much even for Vi to be able to say, yeah, I can fix her. I can save her. Hard to say. She might maybe try to step into power as well. She could try to lead because she's all about like being the enforcer, doing good. But I don't know, she might, even her character might change now that she's seen such an act of evil. She might just see like the Undercity as like a terrible thing too. Could affect her in that way, but she has a Vi. But obviously she's going to absolutely despise Jinx. She's probably not going to give her the grace of even like, letting her see her pointing a gun at her. She was sort of merciful about the minigun. Like she shot at the ground first before shooting Jinx. She was like, drop the gun. She could have just immediately shot Jinx, probably. And, all that would have been solved. But probably to respect Vi, she was like, no, I'll do a warning shot first. Now she sees what Jinx has done. I don't think she's going to give any more warning shots in the future. I think it's on sight with those, just like it was with Vi and Sevica, bro. Immediate throwing hands, those two. The blue-haired girls, just beef. You cannot have two blue-haired girls. That is, I know this isn't anime, but if you watch anime, you got two blue-haired girls, they cannot be in the same room. They cannot coexist together. That's not allowed. Victor, too, he's one that I don't really know. He could be dead from the explosion. Even if not with that, he still has his sickness. There's still a whole entire thing with the hex core. I imagine Jace or Victor must have survived just to deal with the whole hex core. Someone has to deal with that. So one of them's still good. But Victor, he either dies from the explosion or he dies from his sickness in the future. Basically, the only thing I can really imagine right now is maybe he dies too. And then Jace, rather than, keeping his word of destroying the hex core, wants to use it as a weapon to get revenge against Jinx. So I could see that happening. Mel, I feel like she really got the short end of the stick, Mel. Like, basically, I didn't like her for the first few episodes, and then when I was warming up to her, there were still moments where I was like, oh, she might still go for something bad here. Just when she was agreeing to peace, she was kind of going against, I think that was her way of going against her mom, of like, okay, yeah, we don't need to make these weapons because, there won't be a war, this inner city turmoil, that we need to create them. So we won't have to get involved with the weapon making with the other war that my mom's made. So that was her kind of going up against her. But what did she get for that? A rocket straight in the back, dude. Just, that's tough. I kind of hope Mel is okay, but I imagine she was probably the very first casualty in that room. So rest in peace, most likely. 99.9% sure, rest in peace, Mel. Okay, maybe like 80%. 80%. Let's change that. If you can't tell, this is me a few days later. I don't believe I've shaved in the time since I last recorded, so you might have been able to tell immediately. But I just wanted to pop in here to finish off the video in a way that I feel a bit more like, happy with, because while I did continue discussing in my original video, my original conclusion, the different kind of events that happened in the episode, I feel like I didn't go over enough into a more deeper understanding of it. And now that I've had a few days to sit with the series, I've actually read up on it a little bit, other people's opinions just of episode 9. I haven't gone into any spoiler territory, thank God. But as I was saying, about 80% sure with Mel being dead. I saw someone pointed out that actually her armor started to glow, right before the rocket hit the window, and when she basically noticed it, I don't know if it was the armor that alerted her to it or if she just heard the thing coming, because I imagine that rocket, when it's getting close to you, is probably pretty dang, there's probably a bit of noise, you'd probably hear a bit of a ringing or something coming your way, so either when she noticed it, it looked like her armor on her back started to glow, so there could be some sort of magic. I guess it must be magic, right? I mean, what else would all of a sudden activate like that in the face of danger? I don't know if there's anything science-wise, hex-tech-wise that could do that. So she might actually be okay. She might have survived the blast, or maybe at least her armor, if it puts up a shield or something, maybe she protects the rest of the council, or at least can protect Jace. I feel like after an act like that Jinx pulled off, I feel like at least one member of the council has to die. I feel like they have, just for a martyr, is that the right term for it? Just somebody who absolutely pisses off Jace that they died, I was thinking it could be Mel, it could even be Victor. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being Victor, even though he's already dying. Obviously, Jace wouldn't be any more happy with the fact that he got blown the hell up instead, So maybe Victor gets taken out. I'm just kind of assuming here that Jace isn't going to die because he's kind of a main character. He could die. As I said earlier, he could definitely die. Just, I guess, maybe 80% sure no to him. so we're switching around the odds a little bit here. But no, that whole situation. But the main thing that I wanted to make this video that I wanted to add on with was Silco. I feel like I did not give Silco enough credit at all in my original video, because I've been reading more and more about him and just his whole arc that he went through. And it's actually incredible, man. He might be one of my favorite antagonists in a show that I've seen in a long, long time, just because of how utterly realistic he felt. He had basically the entirety of the Overcity, or whatever the name of it's called, 9 episodes in, and I still don't fully know Like, is it just Piltover? I feel like the Undercity is part of Piltover, so I don't want to say he's going up against Piltover, but I guess Piltover. Going up against Piltover, the Enforcers, everybody. His entire life, basically, or at least a good portion of his life, he's been going up against them. And he was basically handed to him on a silver platter. Jace was going to give him the whole Nation of Zon thing that he wanted. Everything that he wished for, like open trade, their own freedom, their own like nation to do with what he pleases. He could have had all of that. Jace was 100% willing to do it, even to a point where he brought it up to the council. Like, Jace was just, even though he said he needed Jinx and stuff, he had already brought it up to the council. It was basically already confirmed that it was going to happen. But what happened? Silco couldn't do it, man. All because of his love, his care for Jinx. Like, this man 100% saw Jinx as his daughter. Like, he probably spent more time with Jinx than Jinx ever did with Vander. And definitely more time than Jinx ever did spend with her real parents, because, you know, we saw how they turned out. So, sorry, that's kind of mean. He was her father figure. And he was a shitty person. He was a terrible dude. Brutal, ruthless. Any word you can use for like a dictator, you could put towards him. Like, even if he got his Nation of Zon, he still could have been a complete asshole. He could have started war with Piltover within like a year. Who knows? Even so, when it came to Jinx, he had a soft spot. He was weak when it came to Jinx. And that leads to the whole scene of him sitting in front of that statue with Vander. And this, I didn't figure this part out. I want to admit, this part I read from somebody else, and that just gave me the whole idea of it and how utterly awesome it is. He was at the statue of Vander all because of the fact that it mirrored exactly what Vander did when he took in Vi and Powder at the very beginning, when they were just kids, when they lost their parents. In order to take care of Vi and Powder, that he stopped fighting the Enforcers. He stopped leading those charges, just so that they could be safe, so that they would have him around, an actual father figure around, who could protect them, who wouldn't put them in any more unnecessary danger. Silco kind of despised him for it. Like, he saw that as weakness. He said, how could you possibly let anything get in the way of our Nation of Zon, of our freedom that we've been working so hard for? And that's ultimately what led to him killing Vander, was the fact that he just did not understand that. He couldn't understand why he would have betrayed him in such a way that, like, he let him down. He disappointed him so much. But then he spends all this time with Jinx. He has a daughter now that he cares for. And as soon as he has the choice to, like, either give her up or get his nation that he's always wanted, he goes with her, man. He chooses her instead. And he 100% understands what Vander was going through. And that's why he went to the statue, poured one out for him. He's like, man, I get you now. I don't know if he regretted killing him at that point, or if it was just kind of like, yeah, you might have been right. Like, you do have I'm still not quite on your level, but you did have a point. I will at least give you that. But then that whole situation kind of spiraled because Jinx was there, heard him kind of talking to Vander about it. And obviously, you know, we know what happens from there. It just makes it more of like kind of a tragic character. It makes you feel a little bit more sorry for him. I already said that I felt sorry for him before, because he actually was, like, it made me sad seeing him die after, you know, he's the one who cared about Jinx the most, who she basically only had, like, she has Vi, but, you know, that's kind of out the window now too. Silco was the one who loved her for who she was, and now he's gone. And the fact that it's because he cared about her so much. He wasn't trying to kill her, he was just trying to protect her the entire time. Wasn't going to give her up for anything. That's brutal. That's just sad. That's terrible. It just makes it more depressing. So if you were somebody who, I'm sure most of you watching this video already knew that, already got that understanding, but hey, if I could share that with you guys and make one of you even a bit more depressed today, then my job is done. That this video was a success. Man, the writing is insane for that show, for Silco in himself. Like, if it had just been Silco, that would have already been a great quality for the show. But there was also the animation, all the other characters, of course. We got Caitlyn, Mel's mom even had like a little bit more fleshing out this episode, because she had been in a way upset, like sort of in the same way as Silco and Vander in saying that Mel, her daughter, made her weak to the point where she had to send her away, send her to Piltover to get her away from her so that she wouldn't like falter in what she had to do, you know, for the war efforts. And that doesn't really excuse the fact that she's a shitty mom, did shitty stuff with Mel, like kind of made her do stuff she didn't want to do. And we know that Mel kind of went against her in the end anyway of trying to get the peace. So just in that way, like that character was also pretty layered in itself. Like she wasn't just some warmongering, just wants to fight everybody character. She had her reasons and she had depths to her, which I can respect. And I feel like we're going to see more for next season, of course, with possibly Mel being dead, might be on a bit of a war path. I probably left that bit in this video, that she's probably going to want revenge. So yeah, her side characters, excellent, dude. And I do just want to add on to Kate. I did just remember, I didn't mention it in the first video. I forgot that Kate's mom was in the council. So basically I figured she was just upset because she just watched Jinx commit an act of terror, like blow up the entire council. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I'd probably yell too, be like, holy shit, you know. But no, her mom was in there. She was basically watching her mom die. Like that's what was going through her head. And it probably is true because I don't know if her mom will survive that blast anyway. So that's unfortunate. So that's a whole other reason that Kate will probably absolutely, like she might absolutely fucking hunt down Jinx. Like she might go on her own warpath because of that. Kate, she's such a good character too. She's so nice, or she was nice at least, like badass, cool, like a great character. One of my favorites just for like kind of the greater good. She was mostly the one who made only good choices, like, and she wasn't selfish about anything. She really like was there to help people, which I appreciated a lot. But this might change her character to a more dark version of her, but maybe not. Maybe I'm not giving her enough credit. Maybe the justice will prevail in her mind and she'll just want to take Jinx into prison. But I could see her maybe wanting to kill that bitch. I could see her maybe needing a little bit of revenge just to satiate that little bit of having to watch her mother die. Oh, and one final thing I wanted to bring up. I got my notes here of all the stuff I wanted to say. Just one final thing, because I feel like I didn't give it enough credit. But when Jace and Victor were talking to each other in that window when Victor had been about to, jump, not too, yeah, that was a bit dark, and I feel like I didn't give it enough credit. But that one line he dropped was, "In the pursuit of greatness, we failed to do good." That was hard, dude. That was some philosophical ass shit, dude. It's really hard for me to pick like kind of a favorite character in this show because they're all so incredible in their own rights and they all have their flaws in their own rights. But sort of on like, well, no, I'd say my favorite was probably Echo in terms of like just kind of the person trying to do good, trying to actually like do stuff well. But Victor, that's basically what he was trying to do. Like he was a little bit more selfish with it because he just didn't want to die. I mean, if there's any reason to be selfish, not wanting to die is a pretty good reason anyway. But he did end up getting Miss Young killed. So part of me is like, no, I shouldn't really say he's my favorite. But something about Victor, man. I don't know if it's like the emo inside of me or what. I just feel like I relate to Victor in a way, like maybe the more introverted aspect of him. I like it. I just like the fact that he was more in the shadows when Jace was the one up front. Though he didn't necessarily, I don't know if he ever let that get to him, the fact that Jace was the lead man. I mean, they kind of made that decision themselves. Well, yeah, I feel like he did let it get to him a bit, but still, just what I'm trying to say is his character was really well fleshed out in itself. I really loved him. I am hoping he's not dead, but either way, he was dying to that sickness. So I don't know if we'll see Victor for season 2. Maybe for like a scene. Maybe he won't be moving. Maybe he'll be on the ground. I don't know. I really like Victor, dude. I want to see him more. I really wish, like, it's unfortunate that the Hex Core didn't really heal him, though. I mean, I could still continue in season 2 because, like I said, they could use the Hex Core to, or did I say that? I had it written down here, but I don't know if I actually ended up saying it in the original video, that they might use the Hex Core to heal anyone who got hurt. Like if Jace got injured in the blast from the rocket and Victor's actually okay, like maybe he'll use the hex core to heal Jace, even though he knows the danger that it causes. Maybe he'll say like, oh, well, Jace is worth it. You know, he's the one who was going to lead us into peace, even though that's kind of gone to shit now. It's kind of hard to say. There's multiple ways this could go. It could be Mel's armor protected them. It could be the hex core comes into play to save them. Could be that the hex core they use for war against the Undercity. Nothing's looking too good, though. Nothing's really going to go too well for anybody, I don't think. Everyone's kind of going to get screwed over at this point. So, yeah. We have a lot of positivity to look forward to next season. So, yay. Only a month, though. Only a month to wait, which is awesome. November, I read, is when season 2 comes out. So, I'm very happy that I only got that short of time. Anyway, though, I think that's honestly all I wanted to add on. As I said, man, the writing for this show was incredible. The animation, like, this show was stacked, dude. Characters, plot, animation. Everything was probably a 10 out of 10 for me. They knew what they were doing when they made this. I feel like I read that this was like a really long journey, this show in the making. Like they've been wanting to do it for a long time. The studio behind League of Legends wanted to do it. So props to them, man. And they fucking nailed it, dude. They didn't let I feel like they just didn't let any like studio bullshit get in the way. They probably told Netflix like, no, like if you want League of Legends as like in your arsenal, you got to do it our way. So fair. And now Netflix has the opportunity to do many other League of Legends based shows. I've seen other people saying how like Arcane might be the first one, and there's so many other characters that they could base shows off of that are like infinitely more interesting, even just from like what you hear in the game. If they do other shows after the final season of Arcane, I'm there for it. I'm obviously there for it, but this whole show had been freaking incredible, dude. I'm so looking forward to season 2. I'm probably going to be watching that like as soon as it comes out. I feel like that'll be one of the few series that I actually watch immediately for the channel. So yeah, if you want to see that, just stick around, stay subscribed to the channel. I'll be back on that in November, whenever the heck it releases. So yeah, I think that's it though. Show was awesome. I'm pissed at the cliffhanger, but we're okay. We're gonna survive. So I'm just gonna end the video off there though. If you guys enjoyed the series as a whole, please be sure to subscribe, drop a like on the video. Just shows the support for the channel, all that good stuff. Comment down below your thoughts on the video episode, anything I might have missed about the series in a whole, let me know down there. Obviously no spoilers, because I will murder you. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe that's bad for YouTube. But anyway, so I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.